inside Steve Harvey's new $15 million mansion in Atlanta, Georgia. A gigantic mansion, a dream house to all. Medium mogul Steve Harvey shared in an interview with GQ recently that he credits his wife Marjorie Bridges for helping him ditch the long suits and upgrading his style.
Mr. Harvey, look at this.
Yeah.
Look
Wow.
Hey,
it ain't that damn funny.
What?
It's impressive, though.
American television and radio presenter, actor, author, businessman, and former stand-up comedian Steve has been married 3 times and has 7 children, 4 biological and 3 stepchildren. From his first marriage to Marcia Harvey, he has 2 daughters, twins Brandy and Carly, and 1 son, Broderick Harvey Jr.
Hey, I'm Brandy Harvey. And I'm Carly Harvey Raymond.
I didn't really have my dad full-time into my life until I was 16, right?
From his second marriage to Mary Shackelford, Harvey has another son named Winton.
You guys have an account at the store, so I just went in and put them on there.
His early life. Born January 17, 1957 in Welch, West Virginia, Broderick Stephen, he was the youngest of 5 children. He grew up with very little money, moving at a young age to a farm in Cleveland, Ohio, where they lived off the land. He graduated from Glenville High School in 1974 before attending Kent State University and later West Virginia University. After college, he had a number of jobs, including a carpet cleaner, insurance salesman, mailman, and even a boxer. From a young age, he knew that he wanted to be on TV. He held fast to his dream against all odds for a stuttering African-American boy in the 1960s. His unrelenting pursuit formed one of Harvey's life philosophies. You have to dream big and believe that you will succeed. Steve Harvey was born January 17, 1957 in Welch, West Virginia as Broderick Stephen Harvey. He is the son of Jesse Harvey, a coal miner, and his wife, Eloise Vera Harvey, a Sunday school teacher. He grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and remains a Cleveland man at heart. Steve's family didn't have much, but their lives were full with their faith. Before Harvey achieved his stardom, he made a promise to God that if he made it, he would thank him and spread the word. Harvey honors that promise by thanking God at the end of every show and by sharing his gratitude with the audience. The leap. Harvey's entry into comedy was a leap of faith. He was encouraged to perform at an open mic comedy night in 1985. He brought down the house, and the next day he quit his job to pursue his dream. As he says, you have to jump and take a leap of faith in order to soar. The road to success was not an easy one. It left Harvey homeless, living in his car, and traveling the country for performances. In 1990, he won a national comedy competition, which led to his big break on Showtime at the Apollo. From that moment on, Harvey's career took off. Today, Steve Harvey remains known as the busiest man in Hollywood. But in addition to his work on screen, radio, stage, and print, he is a dedicated mentor and an inspiring motivator to his fans. Steve's always been known for his suits and the flashy colors. He's 64 years and has an estimated net worth of $200 million. According to reports, he makes $20 million per year for his radio gig.
And it ain't cutting it for you. What makes you think, why would you go get another one of them?
And $10 million per year for his hosting.
Oh yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Overall, it's estimated that he earns $40 to $50 million per year. Wow, man. Now, isn't that huge? In May 2020, Steve paid $15 million for Tyler Perry's former Atlanta mansion. This mansion is nearly 35,000 square feet. Steve's new crib has 7 large bedrooms that feature views of the surrounding greenery and 9.5 bathrooms with resort-like amenities. The massive property sits on 17 acres of land with substantial frontage to the Chattahoochee River. And before we get to the mega mansion, let's look at some other mansions that Steve has owned. In Dallas, more specifically Plano, Texas. In 2003, he and his then wife, Mary Harvey, moved into a 11,657 square feet mansion in an area called Willow Bend. Willow Bend is a very, very affluent neighborhood in the northern part of Dallas in Plano. The homes are gigantic, and a lot of CEOs and athletes have lived in this community. Troidman's been there, Deion Sanders lived there when he had primetime on his gates, Michael Irving's lived there, and so many others. Well, Steve's house in Willow Bend had 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, and there was a lot of controversy with his home during and after his divorce to Mary. Mary alleged that he kicked her out of the mansion after the divorce. It has 19 rooms, a garage with blue marble floors, which is something to behold, a walk-in humidor, and a pool. The home is currently valued at $5.3 million in California, probably $20 million. To be totally honest with you, the size and the amenities, but in Dallas, in Texas, 5.3. Right up the highway from his home is another that they own. This one is in another affluent Dallas area community called Frisco, actually where Dallas Cowboys reside, their headquarters. This one has 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms and spans over 5,135 square feet and is currently valued at $1 million. Personally, I love the color on the inside of this home, especially the kitchen. Not gonna lie, even the living room is actually kind of hot. The outside of the house, the colors are not so flashy, but the inside, us actually kinda amazing. He also had a ranch a few more miles from these 2 homes in a smaller town called Little M. It's not really a ranch, but he used it for his annual event where he had young boys come and be mentored by men, and he called it the ranch. This one weighs 7,430 square feet with 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and 6 acres. She lived in what I call the most exclusive neighborhood in the world, Beverly Park in Beverly Hills. He went to California and lived in this Beverly Park mansion for a short while. It spans to an estimated 11,000 square feet, and they reportedly paid $110,000 a month to lease this mansion in Beverly Park, amongst others like Martin Lawrence, Denzel Washington, and Eddie Murphy. It's valued at $18.9 million. Notice 11,000 square feet, $18.9 million versus another one, probably see the change. He had a condo and Trump Towers in Chicago as well. Now he actually had a Trump Tower condo in Chicago before he went to the Beverly Park because he was doing the Steve Harvey talk show in Chicago, and then he rebranded to Steve and went to California. But the condo he purchased in 2013 and has 5,500 square feet on the 88th floor. He lived here while he filmed the Steve Harvey show before he got rebranded. He sold it in 2018 for $7.7 million. Steve had a home in Sandy Springs, Georgia that he purchased in 2010 for $3.4 million, a little over 9,000 square feet. It was 5 stories tall and had a waterfall. Now, let's finally talk about the gigantic mansion he purchased for $15 million that was formerly owned by the billionaire mogul Tyler Perry. Perry didn't hold back when it came to formal landscaping. Tyler originally spent about $40 million to build the home, and a good portion of the money went into full-grown plants, trees, and topiary shrubs. Lush greenery that now spills out into terraced formal gardens from the house with paths twisting through the trees, flowers, and plants. The grounds include an outdoor pool with a Versailles-style painting on the bottom and seating areas among fountains where guests can relax on bar stools while enjoying drinks and conversation with swimmers. The house and grounds could easily accommodate over 100 guests with plenty of space left over. Looking at the home of Steve Harvey that he purchased for $15 million, it certainly has a strong presence at first blush. Upon entry, you're met with a double staircase hugging a crystal chandelier going straight backwards approach the living room with another piece of ice above. A large window bring in a lot of natural light into this living space, keeping it very bright and inviting. There appears to be another living space with a style of its own, and if we look at the office, it's painted with black and white and has a zebra rug that's a really nice touch and classy. There's another chill space, okay. Now as we move to the kitchen, we see coffered ceilings, we see chandeliers, a couple of islands, but I don't necessarily care for the light wood. But the home overall, what we've all seen so far, is a top show. The dining room is very classy, the long drapes and the double doors out to the balcony. Another room with a theater in the back in my personal favorite. This home is super large and the halls are gigantic. Love the columns and the arches it presents. There's a giant closet that men and women would love. Tons of space, a lot can be done in this room. The master suite includes a large walk-in hardwood closet with a built-in vanity. The home even comes with an underground ballroom for events and an indoor resistance pool. Outside sits a luxurious 70,000-gallon Infinity Edge swimming pool. The backyard also includes a tennis court, sauna, and fields of green grass. Both a formal and informal garden can be found on the grounds with covered verandas and a guardhouse along with a caretaker's suite. The property also includes a runway that is meant to land remote-controlled airplanes. And then the game room, man, the jacuzzi looks like something from a vacation spot. It has a gym, resort-style backyard, and an amazing pool. A rooftop tennis court is just insane. I gotta be honest that I'm in love with this mansion. If I had to rate this mansion, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. I love everything about it. What do you think? Share your opinion and ratings in the comment section.